welcome to Story of the Blues. And today I'm previewing our playoff game ahead of the playoff semi-final away at York City tomorrow. Our biggest game by far in 18 years. I know I said the same about Halifax. This is the biggest game. And if we win, the game after that becomes the biggest game. But for tonight, it's all about tomorrow and all about getting ourselves to Wembley. And we're going to this game on the back of an excellent win against Halifax last week. We know also that Southend have knocked Rochdale out and will face Forest Green. So there's no chance of us playing them lot from down the road and they can just sit behind their screens and lick their tears and weep their tears and lick their wounds while we go into this big game away at York tomorrow. Not taking anything for granted, not at all, but equally, I'm optimistic and confident. Last week's win wasn't just a win. We played with confidence. We showed intent. We didn't give Halifax a sniff of anything. We dictated play. We did everything we needed to. And each of those players stepped up and showed what they had to offer. But tomorrow, they all need to step up once again and raise to the occasion and show that last week's result was a start. Tomorrow, we need to continue it. There is still a big game. Wembley isn't done yet. And there is that opportunity possibly we may need for penalties and extra time. If it happens, it happens. York do score goals. York are tight at the back. But guess what? York can be beaten. On the day, it's football. Anyone can beat anyone. And we've shown that when it comes to cup football, tomorrow is a cup tie. Playoff, cup tie, call it what you want. We can do it. There's no points to the game. I do honestly hope, though, that Mellon goes at it with an attacking-minded mindset. Not like just turning up for a draw or sitting back. We need to take the game to these. That last week will have put the shitters in these. They've not played for 2 weeks. Yes, on one note, you could argue the break's done them good, but as we've shown this year, prolonged times of not playing football can have a massive effect on a team. And psychologically, we'll have been boosted by that win. I've said for a long time, we've needed a game where we just take the game to someone, throw everything at them and score goals. And I said the only disappointment last week was that we didn't score more than 4. Will we score 4 against York tomorrow? Probably not, but that's not to say we cannot play with the same standard, the same momentum, at the same pace, the same speed we had last week at home to Halifax. There will be a good following tomorrow, and I know it's harsh that not many people are able to get tickets. I was lucky. I took the chance of queuing up early. There will be a good following tomorrow, and every ticket got snapped up. It's just unfortunate there can't be many more of us. I took the chance in queuing up for a ticket. I've always said I'm not one for the online system, and that's why I went down early and I managed to get myself lucky. It seems most of the people I go games with often and know have got lucky, bearing a couple who haven't or can't attend. And I'm still on the lookout for one ticket for one more person if anyone can help. For those that can't, Boundary Park's showing again. And equal measures, I'm sure you will all be in loud voice, just as we are at the stadium. And it's one of them, both them stands that Oldham fans are in will be loud. There's already talk of fans getting there early to greet the team coach. Fans seeing the team off. And that's what we need. We need that momentum. We need to be that 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th man. We need to be behind these teams. If we go a goal down, don't panic like we did against Hartlepool. Get behind them. Every one of them players will want to hear us in loud voices. They'll have seen last week at Boundary Park what this team is capable of, what this fan base is, and it showed there is a big appetite for football. The motivation of Wembley should already be a motivation for our players, as it will be for York players also. I know this season, when the game was called off due to fog, I felt that was a turning point. So I think on that day, we were in form and would have beaten York. And yes, they did a job against us at Boundary Park, but we showed recently at their stadium what we can do. We matched them on that day. And what we lacked was that clinical attack, which last week was shown. We had Garner, Fondop on form. Norwood's back on the bench. We've still got Harrott also. So we've got plenty of goals in this team. The midfield, Yoga Nathan's energy, Pet from his set pieces. Evans, the way he passes that ball, the way he wins it. Plus Conlon as well, kept him reliable. And then the back four, having Monet back in that team, the difference he made. And I've also said with Monet, he's always that game changer. He'll run at the ball, he'll run at opponents, he'll take that shot out of nothing. This team now is playing as it should have been all season. I'm not interested in the league campaign now. It's about 90 minutes tomorrow. Yes, they're finishing second. Yes, they finished a good number of points clearer than us. But that doesn't mean a thing when that whistle gets blown. The nerves, the adrenaline in me at the moment. Lucky enough, work have let me have an early finish so I can wear the hours back, so I'm fresh for tomorrow. And I'm buzzing for it. I really am. These are the games that we've been wanting for years. The games that we're really, really looking forward to. I know my youngest nephew is desperate to come, but just on this occasion, I know I was gutted when I couldn't do Chef Wednesday in 1991, but I do know there will be more games like this. We've already set the seeds for next season, but at the moment, I'm not interested in next season. I'm interested in this season, still prolonging it. And you can tell by the hashtag, you can tell by the Facebook pages, fans are geared up, fans are nervous, but also excited. And there's not this sense of typical Oldham. There is this sense of confidence. That win last week is exactly what this club has needed. What this club has needed for a long time. End this decade of misery. And let's finally go out and get it done. Let's just look at York's last 5 previous league results. Now I know York like to score goals. They scored 95 and only conceded 42. That's only 6 goals less than we conceded. Their goalkeeper, Harrison Mayle, is a decent shot stopper, but they have strength in the rest of the team as well. We also know Howe at the back is a consistent, tall, strong defender. Felix can play in both midfield and in defence. In attack, we know there's goals in Ollie Pace, who followed the manager from Worthing, where we bagged goals for fun in the National League South, and to be fair, has closely followed up this season. Ashley Nathaniel George is a tricky little player, as is Sinclair as well, a player people said we should have looked at when he was released by Rochdale. Adikimi also, they have experience in John Lewis as well, whose name sounds like he's a shop. And let's not forget Junior Luamba, who played for us, who's had a successful loan spell. Oh, yes, there is also Josh Stones, but I don't really want to mention him much, but it also gives extra incentive to go out there and prove him wrong, that he was wrong not to sign for us. But this isn't about one man or one team. This is about the players we've got now rather than the players that have gone. I think whoever wins this game will go on and win the playoffs. I also fancy Southend to beat Forest Green in the other semi-final. We also know the National League North, Scunthorpe have now got promoted, beating Chester. And we also know Boreham would have won promotion straight away after beating Maidstone in their final. Fingers crossed we won't be playing either of those teams next season. But I'm not counting my chickens, but I'm not also being negative. Safe trip to every who makes the journey over to York tonight. And for everyone who's watching it in the pubs, in the ground, with your families, wherever, listening to on the radio, those that are stuck in work, just remember, this is the big one tonight. This is a big game. Wear your tangerine shirt and get behind the lads. Come on, Oldham. I'll see you on the terraces.